Hello, everyone. We'll let people join in and we'll get started in just a couple minutes. Looking forward to kind of an end of the year update for everybody and just give you some updates on what's going on in Haiti at the moment and also what we're thinking about for 2023 as we begin the new year. So again, we'll just let people start coming on and then we'll go ahead and get started. While we're waiting, we'll just kind of give an update, broadcasting this from Minnesota at the moment. And we're watching the snow come down. Darren is off on holiday right now for vacation time. And then next year I'll be working on some little bit of time off and maintaining a role as consulting as a founding member. So you're going to be seeing my face and hopefully a number of others from Haiti in the next few weeks, etc. But we'll just go ahead and do this streaming. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. A couple of things we're pretty excited about is our clinic is expanding. We're looking at ways to add a whole laboratory and all the testing that is really important so that when people come to our clinic, they can get a quick sense of what, some of the challenges might be rather than waiting for it to go to some hospital. It takes quite a long time to get that information back. And so it's really helpful for us to have that information on hand as quick as we can. It also provides, again, some additional career development for some of our students as they go into nursing and lab work and perhaps even doctor level, that they can see that we're expanding and there's really kind of a future for them as well for that. So we're looking at expanding the clinic and the whole lab area, and we're going to repurpose some of Costello's restaurant for the moment and be able to, we've got already a facility that's got a door out to the main street. So we're working on construction of that, getting the equipment. And we thank everyone that has given so far for the lab. If anyone wants to give additionally for either the lab equipment or for that technician, that would certainly be welcome. But we're just moving forward in faith, knowing that we need to expand the clinic. We've had significant increases in traffic over the last several months as we've been able to stay open with all of our solar capabilities when many other facilities were not able to be open. In addition, I don't know if those on the call have had a chance to hear about this, but there's a lot of cholera issues in the particular Léogâne area. And so we're trying to make sure that we've got all the hygiene, the soap, hand washing, all the care that we can for that, trying to keep everyone as safe as possible, working with our partner schools as well to make sure that they have what they need. But clearly in that kind of a situation, it can be, life or death when you don't have the water and hydration and things that you need. So we're continuing to work on making sure everyone has what they need. And so that's just, again, another reason why we just need to expand that clinic. And so we're pretty excited about getting that final list of the equipment and being able get that shipped along with the latest medicines that we need. The other thing that I wanted to mention is we go into the new year, we're pretty excited about some things that we want to add onto our communications with the newsletter, with information about Mission E4. There's a lot of great things that are happening. And of course, our challenge is how do you meet the audiences where some want something really brief, some want to read, a lot more. And so we're going to try and blend all that in a little bit more of a new look, get a Kassange Corner where you'll hear from Pastor Basile and other folks from Haiti. You'll get a quick update if you just have time for that, and just some interesting facts or notes from Haiti. And on the other side of the newsletter, we'll have the traditional projects and people and journey that we'll go into more details on. So look for just a little bit different look. It'll look different than the newsletters that you've seen before, but the stories are still consistent. The mission's still the same. We're just trying to just keep that really fresh as we go forward. And so you'll see that. You'll also see a new logo that'll show up in the February newsletter. And if for those who want to get into the details of all the meaning of that, we'll have a blog for that. For those that say, hey, I just think it looks kind of cool, then we'll just go forward and we won't, go into great detail on that. But if you're really interested in some of the means and some of the things that we're trying to portray through Mission E4, we'll certainly have that available in a blog. It's, as most people know, Mission E4 is talking about Ephesians 4, but there's an awful lot in Ephesians 4. And we want to draw out the 4 E's that are most important regarding that, with the equip and effectiveness. And, we'll just go through those 4 E's and some of the logo. So you're going to see a new logo, see a little bit different look on the newsletter, but it's still going to be the same team, same, kinds of information we're giving you, just enhanced. And so you'll see that coming out in a little bit. Look to see if I've got any comments at the moment. I do not. And so the other thing that we're looking at is just what are all the maintenance things we need to do? How do we prepare for the high school? We've got plans for the high school now with a drawing where it's going to sit on the site, trying to lay out, hey, how can we get started on, at least the foundation of that? And so we'll be publishing that as well, so you can kind of see how we've got the elementary school and where the high school will end up starting being built on the land that's adjacent. Again, we're really pleased that we're able to get that land. It's pretty rare that you're able to get some land that's adjacent. And so we're continuing on with the high school as one of our big 4 for E4 projects. And the kids are going to be pretty excited about that too. Hopefully, not hopefully, we for sure will have better airflow than where they're at now. We'll have 2 stories. We're going to have it's going to be just a good facility that we can continue to expand. Right now, the facility we have really isn't expandable. It's in a metal kind of airplane hangar structure. And so this is going to allow us to extend all the way across, and also then create a boundary across one whole side of the property with the school building. So a lot of exciting things are going on in Haiti with big projects. And then there's some smaller projects, replacing a gate that wasn't, working anymore. As you can imagine, that gate's been used quite a few times back and forth, and it just needed to be a little bit of repairs on that, little repairs on roof, etc. So we just keep that maintenance going, so that we can maintain all of the investments that we have, but also then continuing to grow. We'll be starting class registration in January. And that means that all the kids that are graduating that we anticipate in the lower grades will be moving up. And so we've got all those next grades to start filling with brand new students that have not been part of Mission E4 schools. So, there's a lot of excitement in the community about the next group of kids that are all going to be able to go to school and start the school program that we have. And so that'll be something we'll do in January, and we'll kind of start finalizing that school list. Well, the parents can properly plan and start getting expectations set for when their kid will be able to start school. And again, that they'll start in preschool with the anticipation that with their sponsorship and with they're keeping close on their studies, they can go all the way up through high school and even college if they want, or vocational if that tends to be what they prefer to do. So again, a lot of excitement in being able to add these kids, and then added some additional grades at schools that weren't full all the way up to the highest levels. So that was kind of my update, really just about kind of the medical situation. There's of course, well, it's really bad news about the cholera, but we're trying to do everything we can to manage that. We're expanding our clinic and ability to meet the needs of the village there in Cassandre. So that's a great expansion. We're continuing work on preparing for the high school building. And so that's progressing quite well. And then just a little bit of a new look as we look at the new year, trying to make sure that we're reaching out to all the different sponsors, to any corporations, to any organizations, and that we've got a real good feeling for here's all the metrics of what we're doing. Here's why, giving to Mission E4 is really critical. And here's the value and the impacts of that. I'm sure most of the folks on this call understand that. And so we appreciate your sponsorship, but it's really just how do we expand that sponsorship? Every new organization that we can add, every new dollar allows us to expand how many kids in the schools that we can have. And so we don't want to just sit back and be happy that we've got 9 schools plus a partner and where they're at with the classrooms. We want to just keep doing the most that we can. So not only will they get to education, but they'll have healthy food, and they'll have also, the Christian instruction that allow them to be successful and to be future leaders in their village. So with that, I'm going to wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and just hope that everyone has time to kind of relax, enjoy time with their family, enjoy time to maybe pick up something that you enjoy doing and just relax during this time, because 2023, I'm sure, will be another busy, interesting year. And while we look forward to it, it's always nice to get a little bit of rest and prepare for what God has next for Mission 4 and for you and your families and churches. So thank you so much for viewing this broadcast, and we will speak to you at the beginning of the new year. We will not probably have a podcast next Wednesday, but we'll start off the new year with one, and we look forward to everyone joining us then. Thank you.